everyone, I'm Leslie Cornwell with Midwifery Business Consultation. One of the topics that I talk frequently to consults, to midwives trying to get to financial freedom and really want to utilize amazing tools that we have access to, many people don't even realize. So the tool I want to talk about today is health savings accounts. Some people already utilize them, some people are familiar with them, some people think they're no different than a flex spending account. So I wanted to spend some time and just talk about the background of a health savings account, and then I want to show you how you can take it to the next level of benefits that most people, 5% of people that actually have HSAs are doing this. So I do it. I really encourage the benefit of utilizing your health savings account to the max level. So a health savings account is a bank account. Sometimes an employer will start it for you, but you will contribute money into that account as long as you have a high deductible insurance plan. So as of 2020, a high deductible insurance plan is defined as an individual deductible of $1,400 or more, a family deductible of $2,800 or more. If you meet that qualifications and it's an HSA eligible plan, you can contribute as an individual. So if you have an individual only plan at $3,550, and then if you have a family plan, you can contribute up to $7,100 in 2020. Each year it goes up a little bit more. I encourage people, as long as you have a savings account and an emergency cushion, try to maximize your health savings account if you are eligible. It has so many benefits to it. It is tax-free money in to health medical expenses and tax-free money out. So it doesn't count towards your annual gross income, which on average people are getting 30-40% of their money taken. So now instead of having $7,000 after tax money, it really would have been, if you would have used money that you got from your employer, you would have had to work to get $7,000 but only been able to use about $4,500 of it for actual medical expenses. So now instead of the government getting, and they are encouraging families to take this, to use that $7,000, you haven't paid taxes on it, it doesn't count towards your income, and putting it in a savings account and having it for medical expenses. And they don't have to be traditional medical expenses, deductibles, copays. You can use it for alternative therapies, you can use it for supplies, over-the-counter medical equipment, Tylenol, Motrin. So there's a long list of what the government has listed as a health-related qualified event. So keep the receipts. If you get audited, those are really important things to show what medical expenses you had used to buy that. So if you have orthodontists, you have anything you can think of for your kids, for yourself, that traditionally isn't covered by your insurance plan but is medically related, use your health savings account. The other thing I want to challenge families to, the comment I always hear is, well, I'm young and healthy, I don't have much for medical expenses. Great, awesome. This is even more important for you than the everyday Joe Schmo person, because if you have a family, you can contribute about $7,000 every year. If you barely touch that money, it is growing tax-free, and then there's no use it or lose it like a flex spending account. A flex spending account is typically contributed by your employer. You have to match it, and at the end of the year, you better use whatever's in it or it goes away. A health savings account you have forever. It is your money. It is your self-directed use. You don't have to ask an employer for permission to use it or spend your own tax hard-earned money and then get reimbursed. You have a checking account, you can write checks out of it for health savings. So let's give the example. You're young, you're healthy, you're 18, you just got married, you guys are gonna have a baby. You went 3, 4, 5 years and you never had to use any of that money. You're healthy, things are going good. $7,000 times 5 is $35,000 tax-free in, tax-free out for medical expenses. The most expensive thing that families have to plan for when you get older in retirement, when we do our 401k or 403b, we're putting together mutual funds, we're trying to do annuities, we're trying to do all these things to plan for long-term security of retirement. The most stressor and the most expensive part of your retirement expenses is going to be, guess, health, medical expenses, home care, Medicare, people have this illusion. Medicare covers a minute part. There's like 6 different plans with Medicare. You have to pay for some of them. Some of them are automatic. There's taxes, there's exclusions. Medical expenses are what most people worry about with retirement. So this is looked at as a medical retirement account. You now have this money that you are growing and you are saving to be able to use for your medical expenses when you're older. Could you imagine $7,000 times 10 years, times 20 years, times 30 years? You've just saved up, without even collecting any interest, $300,000 for money for medical expenses, tax-free in, tax-free out, if you never theoretically touched it. So I want to take you to the next level of why let it sit in a savings account where you're not making any money on that. You might actually be losing money because of inflation. They say inflation is 2 to 4%, but the new data doesn't cover all the inflation like it used to. So I truly believe inflation is more like 6-8%. So why would you put money in a savings account where your dollar purchasing power is decreasing with time? Why don't you consider, once you get $30,000, $40,000 in there, investing it in something that makes you money? You can totally do that with a health savings account. You can invest in almost anything you want to. There's many companies all over the country, just like there's retirement advisors and there's people that help you with administrating your retirement accounts. There are companies like American IRA that help you. They become your HSA administrator, your HSA custodian, and they're your middleman to make sure that you're getting legit investments that are covered by your HSA account. So challenge yourself. You've got $30,000, $40,000 in there. It's not making you any money. Instead of just contributing and end up with $3,000, why don't you start finding investment opportunities that make you 8, 10, 12% money? And now you're going to have $1 million of tax-free money for medical expenses when you retire. So there is so much power to a health savings account. You can buy precious metals, you can buy stocks and bonds, you can buy rental properties. My great mentor, Mark Kohler, who is an attorney and an accountant, he has a YouTube video that he talks about his cute little meth lab in, I think, Indiana, that he bought with his HSA. It makes him great money. So there's a lot of possibilities. You can have your $30,000, $40,000 go down as a down payment on a loan for a rental property, for something that's getting cash flow. You have a property manager, you don't have to worry about it. Looking at those numbers, there's so many possibilities of the power of a health savings account. So I want to challenge people. Not just midwives, not just birth workers, anybody. Financial knowledge really has powerful tools to it. I want you to keep your hard-earned money. I want you to use these amazing tools and strategies, short-term and long-term, to really get you to that place you want to be, that financial freedom, that place in life where you want to retire when you want to. You want to not stress about your health medical bills when you're older. So please just give me a shout out at Midwifery Business Consultation if you want more help customizing your specific needs to help with short-term, long-term business deductions, anything having to do with personal and your work business for the taxes, the legal, the strategies that are really powerful that are out there. Thank you.